Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Another day of astro-gravitational report. You're feeling the movement of the energies. You're feeling it, this little bit coming out of this kind of like an anxiety, this depression state of Venus moving forward. She was kind of like suppressed in her past 2 days because of the moon. It's been going into its shadow, went into Scorpio, going to the underworld. And with that energies, there was a deep, deep stuff. But Venus moved forward. She's moving it forward, and we're seeing it today that the moon come out from Scorpio. It's already at Sag. That it is about these expressions. It is about this soul to emerging from the darkness. We're seeing this power in there. There was some deep truths that needed to be found in the Scorpio. Hopefully, you found your truths in there. I just talked about in my main channel. I just did very good information. A video came out in the past 2 days. It's about the essence of the soul and the enhancements in there within. But to put you back into today's energies in there, it is about the authority. What is the authority is going to do? You can have all the informations. You can have all the knowledge. You can have all the wisdom. You can have everything. You emerged from that darkness. You understand what it is. But the final things that is going to happen is what you're going to be authorizing to happen in there. And we're going to see in it that there's going to be some very good emotions. It's going to be a very good things. It's kind of like you don't have a reasons to feel the oppositions, to feel these energies, but you're going to feel them. Why? Because of the planets. They are looking at in there to test you. They're looking at, are you going to be acting? Are you going to be reacting? And are you going to be making plans for a better future? Are you going to be doing the right thing? And we're going to be seeing it as the sun is going to beginning to be exiting areas what he's going to do at Taurus. But we're going to be seeing it. This kind of like a shift is not going to be kind of like a great. The reason is that the sun moving into Taurus is going to be squaring Pluto. And at the same time, we're seeing one more thing. Mars is going to be entering Leo. So this kind of like a squares is going to put a lot of things, a lot of pressures, particularly within the masculine in there. And you're going to be seeing it. This kind of like an energy. I will be stop doing what I'm doing? Will I will destroy what I was doing? Or I'm just going to be deciding to change? And the decisions of change and evolution is going to be coming back to this essence and enhancement that are working together within you. They're working together as the DNA. It is the one and the other in there. And that is going to be attaching to the soul. But the soul is that deep transformations, which is Pluto in there. And we're going to be seeing it Mars standing on the opposite side. So we are going to be seeing it in the next, I would say, pretty much 2 weeks. We are going to be seeing it that energies is going to be so much. But right now, it's as a Mars and Venus are coming together, they're going to be trining each other. And this is going to be the purpose of the divine relationships within yourself that's going to lead to the divine relationships with others. So this is what it's gonna come up in there. I'm gonna show you in the charts. So basically, we have the moon exiting Scorpio in the morning. We're gonna be seeing it powerful energies with Pluto. It is about coming out. Mercury, it is about pretty much ready to be entering Aries again. We're seeing it these trines from the moon. The moon is trining Mars. It's putting everything together. But we're seeing it that the sun here, which is in 26 degrees of Aries, it is going to be squaring the 29 degrees Mars, who is already there coming out in Leo. That energy is with opposing Lilith and a squaring Mars is going to be that decisions in there. Are you going to be making the proper wise, knowing everything? Is everything is going to be fitting? Are you going to be fitting with what is supposed to be? Or are you going to be allowing things to be? So there's going to be a lot of work, of course. 7 o'clock in the morning, we have the midheaven that is going to be at Capricorn, squares the sun. Okay, be mindful about working with bosses, any issues with bosses or authorities, and situations. If you are working with anything that it has to be involved with government, lawyers, and so on, pay attention to it. Okay. The ascendant, which is going to be pointing to Uranus, is the universe is going to be creating those positiveness inside, and as you emerging out of the Scorpio, what is your expression is, because that expression is going to tell you what to do and how to do it. Because when at the moon it's going to be entering Capricorn, it's going to have that energy of let's do it. Okay, we are gonna see those energies. We are gonna be feeling them within, and then that the moon is gonna be meeting Pluto, and that is gonna be how this emerging from this depth in there, it's gonna be reaching and matching the energies with Pluto, but that's gonna be opposing to Mars. So prepare yourself for something to be have more strength, more courage. You have the support. You have support from Venus. You have support from where you're going. You have the support from Saturn, even though it for some of you is gonna feel like things doesn't move. Things are slowed down. Things are restricted. That it's Mars. It tells you you are not ready. You are not ready to take on this job. In this case, when Saturn it is in that positions and you feel the energies in there of that restrictor in there, it basically says like this, okay? Grab a smaller spoon that fits your mouth. Don't grab the bigger spoon that you cannot eat, okay? This is kind of like a wisdom that Saturn is coming and it tells you, particularly if he's going to be talking to who it is close by. And close by is what? Venus. So they're going to be traveling together, Venus and Saturn. They're going to be traveling together. We are going to be seeing a lot of wisdom that's coming out with this, particularly understanding the power of what? Love and money. What do? You understand the love. Okay? And since this is a spirit, you're finally getting something. Okay, Pisces is not only the last death and so on. Pisces is also I finally got it. Okay, and when you finally got it, you get in a new beginning. So this is going to be some very beautiful energies that we're going to get in the next hour. That's going to be at 8 o'clock. The things are going to be calmed down a little bit. Midheaven is going to be with Pluto. Pluto is paying attention more within that shadows and a Scorpio. Okay, we're going to be dealing with that shadow for a long time because a lot of the things has been hidden in the shadow and now they have to be coming out. This is like you've been throwing at the garbage and that place that the water has to be moving freely, but you plugged it up and now you have a flooding and everything. What do you have to do? You have to dig this out. And that's how you're going to see in it that in the next pretty much year and a half, we're going to be digging things out. But as those things are going to be digged out, there's going to be a lot of clearing. There's going to be a lot of positiveness that is going to comes out, and a lot of what? Understanding. So this is going to be some deep, deep investigations to a lot of things that it's going to be coming up within us. All right. things is gonna be rising up, of course, with situations within us. We are gonna be seeing it that this underlayer energies that it's gonna come. They're gonna be forcing us to look at it the both positive and negative. That particularly ground square is like particularly towards the sun is gonna be have this authority of standing. Okay, and this is a when you might feel like you're alone, you're by yourself, and you don't have support, and nobody does nothing, and so on and so on. No, this is the moment when you have to help yourself to grow. And this energy of that self grow, that is a one of the very first time you are in that little crib as a baby, and you decide like, what's gonna happen if I stand up on my feet? I don't have to wait for nobody. And that is going to be your power. That's what this is created for. This is what is going to be. You're going to be emerging from this energies, or you're going to be staying into that Lilith and continue to digging in, or you're going to be digging in as the things comes up. All right, 9 o'clock. We have in the midheaven that it's going to be at Aquarius. That is going to help out these energies within areas. Beautiful times is going to come out. But that energy we talked about this is about the square with Uranus and the moon right now that it's breaking out from that oppositions with Uranus. We're going to be seeing it how when it's going to be all of a sudden released, because you cannot fight the universe. You will understanding this. Great communications is going to be require better communication skills. Of course, there's going to be some tensions because of Saturn and Venus enter the North Node, squaring the ascendant. That is it when you take the things personally. When you stop taking the things personally, you're beginning to understand. You cannot solve a conflict if you're taking one side of the conflict. You have to be stay neutral. It's the same thing like the judge, okay, in the court. He cannot accept the one or the other. He is there to what? Determine the truth. So that's how you should thinking about yourself. Okay? To look at it. Let's figure things out. All right. The next hour, this is gonna be at 10 o'clock. A lot of mental work, mental, emotional processes. We're seeing it is gonna come out as an energy. The intensity is rising in there with that squaring of the moon, but that's gonna be just for a little bit. You're gonna be able to kind of like move it forward with this. Pay attention to if somebody's trying to triggers your patterns. Somebody says something and you're like, all right, don't pay attention to this. It's all about to test you. Just look at your response not to be negative back, because that can create a snowball effect and you don't want to do this. You want to stay in your positive emotions as the energy is going to be at 11 o'clock. Very beautiful, powerful moments with the Venus and Saturn. Let me tell you, Venus and Saturn coming in together in charts. Usually that is a people, that is the psychologist. This is the person who understands the depth within the soul and the spirituality coming together. This is a very powerful energies. We are talking about the high sensitivity psychologist. We are talking about someone who can put the pieces together. And with this present energy currently coming to us, we're going to be finding can put a lot of the pieces together. Okay? But of course, there's going to be some, and when there is a power, there is always a what? Opposite power within the gravity. And what is it, the opposite side of this Pisces? Opposite side of this Pisces is Virgo. Who is in Virgo? The South Node. Okay, so now with that oppositions with the South Node, please have your past as reference, but not as a path for the new future. Don't repeating the past. Don't go to the loop. Start within a spiral because the spiral never repeats the same circle. All right. The next hour at 12 o'clock, we're seeing that the ascendant is going to be with Mars. A lot of intensity is going to be putting into Mars, a lot of pressure into divine energies in there. You maybe feel like a little bit an offset, a little bit easy to irritated, a little bit easy of things cannot get it done. You're lacking of patience. You've been too much into this Cancer. You're like, when I'm gonna go into fight. You don't have to fight. I hope you're understanding this. You have to wisen up. That's where you are in the Cancer. And now, since you're gonna go to Leo, are you gonna go to war, or you're gonna be wising up and be practicing your improvements? And this is what the Moon and Venus is gonna be trying to tell you over to you. That philosophy that it's based out of the Sag, with that wisdom that the Venus gained with Saturn together, it's coming towards you. And with that sextile towards Uranus, the changes, the sudden changes of that adjustments, not to act on those energies, it's going to help you out. So you're basically going to be solving a karmic situations of Pluto, who says like, here, I am in you to renovate yourself. But you need to understand where you're renovating yourself. You renovate yourself in Leo. Because there is a lot of people who are adults, but they haven't grown up yet. They're still kids. Okay? And this is why the Leo, it's that fifth house. In the average astrology, we're looking at the fifth house as how many kids you will have. Okay? But it's also, if you have a North Node in there, if you have something that you need to do over there in the fifth house, we're seeing it that you should be either working with kids or working with adults that's kids. Okay, so take a look at yourself, what you have in that fifth house. Take a look at where the Leo is, and you're gonna figure out a lot of information. So if you need some help, you can always contact me. There is in the descriptions how to do that. Okay, so talking about the next hour, we seen at the midheaven, it's gonna be with the authority, and that is gonna be that picture. That is going to be this authority that knows everything. Okay, that is this authority that knows everything, but there is nothing around there. He's staring at through that window, and he's like, "What did I did? What is it happen? What I need to authorize? What I need to get into myself? What I need to get in there, the business to go? What I need to do so things to be the way it's supposed to be." That authority leadership of the areas. And guess what? When you're by yourself, you understand some of the things you have to do by yourself. Okay? And that is going to help you, this emerging powers to comes in, those energies to comes out, even though that you're going against the odds. Okay? But that's how the strength is built. That's how you grow. And that's how this energy of the ascendant is going to be going to Jupiter. And from Jupiter is going to go to Sun. It's kind of like you're going to be okay. As long as you are maturing, what? You're maturing right. The ascendant is pretty much in the middle of a Leo. What does that mean to you? So this is basically a self-development. Of what? Of I, with the ego. Okay? That I part within. So it's gonna be some good moments, but challenge is gonna be making it the thing very tough. All right, the next hour, the midheaven, it's gonna be at Taurus. Thinks about the material world, something with finances, situations, and so on. You need to understand that sometimes those things about the material world doesn't work right, so you can pay attention somewhat in the spiritual world, and we have a lot of going on in there. Okay, We've been having a lot of going on in there, particularly with Pluto's been in Aquarius. We had a lot of going on in Pisces, a lot of mental work, and we have a lot of review to do, which is the South Node in Virgo. And now putting it Dark Moon Lilith that is going in and out with Scorpio. The true Lilith is finding the truths, finding different information. The mean Lilith is out there. It's like keep digging, keep going. Okay, so take a look where is your mean and the true Lilith in your charts. In there, sometimes they're very close to each other, sometimes they're far from each other, and that is going to tell you what kind of truth you're looking for and where you have to dig it in. It all depends of where it's at. All right. The next hour, we're seeing that the inner work is connecting with the universe of manifesting the things on earth. Okay. Don't forget about it is that the purpose of the evolution and soul is to bring the heaven on earth. And everyone who stands against that, don't understand their purpose within the soul experience on earth. Okay, you're now working at towards creating that situations. You're creating other things, then you're not doing your thing. Okay, the purpose. Why would you choose to come here on earth in the first place? Right? You came to this pot of all these misunderstandings, and now those misunderstandings you need to what? Clear there out, and that's what Uranus is helping in Taurus. Let's fix the earth. Let's heal the earth. Let's change the things in the material perspective. Let's build proper houses. Let's build the proper things. Everyone deserves to have a life. Okay? And that is going to be support from who? Venus, North Node, Uranus, Mars. But that is talking about also one more thing, divine marriages. Uranus, it is putting this Venus and Mars coming in together with Saturn, with the priest. Okay, Saturn is the priest. Okay, if you look at Saturn, you can understand, particularly for people who have a Saturn in the 12th house, you've been either a priest or you've been working into the jail in there, but you are in this closed esoteric environment in there, and you know who you've been, right? You know what you've been doing. All right. Next hour, 4 o'clock, we have a midheaven that it's going into Gemini. It's going to be opposing the moon, right? A lot of duality. What happens when somebody says and talks about general things, but those general things are talking about you? Oof, you're taking things personally, right, Gemini? Yes, it is about me. It's like somebody knew that I have to lead in this because it's me. Probably it's you. But look within that positions in there. That is there about to see what you need to overcome. Okay, stop taking things personally. You look at it because within that trigger there was also a what? A guidance. And if you wisen up, the guidance is going to be okay. The ascendant is not going to help in this case because the ascendant is in Virgo. You know, that triggers in a personal level. A new judgment is like, oh, other people judging me, other situations are judging me, and then you're getting offended. Right, Gemini? That's what this is. But the moon is where? The moon is at Sag. She's like, I don't care. I'm telling you what I need to tell you, and I'm not going to shut up. Right, Sag? A lot of you have issues with this, that when you're expressing all this, particularly with the people who have a Neptune and Sag in there, you can talk, and you don't know how to shut up. Right? Right, because those visions that comes in from this Neptune, you know, this is the visions that comes in, those inspirations, this philosophy, this all this, it just brews within you, it just like comes out, and it's like doesn't have an end, and that's what you can't shut up. Okay, here's the one guy that has that. But hey, we're giving you the wisdom. So be thankful about it. Okay. All right. On the next hour, we are seeing that the ascendant is going to be with the South Node. Things getting hot, right? Those triggers on personal levels, but we see in the divine energies with the sun. And this is a what should keep you in there. There is a divine order that's going to be coming out for all the purposes, all the situations in there, all the things that needs to be properly done. Okay, but there is a two ways. You're gonna be looking at of this intensity, doing nothing, and staying stuck, or you can actually go with the universe, go with the flow of Saturn and Venus and the North Node, go to this Mars, make these actions, and then you're gonna be feel relieved. Okay, you cannot always sitting and waiting on somebody to do your job. You have to do that job. You're the one. And that is going to come out of that realizations of this man sitting through that window, looking at them there. Okay. I have to put my stuff together. All right. And the next hour, we're seeing it at 6 p.m. The midheaven is going to be at Cancer, squaring the ascendant. Of course, things and family doesn't work, so the relationships doesn't work. You know, every time when the one family member has a problems in great situations, then all the family has a situations. It is about situations for what? For attention. Okay, that somebody didn't get attentions, and the moon what? It's that mother that comes in and says like, here is that learning. Let me give you this little bit philosophy, pep talk, and all of a sudden that comes out and it puts everything what in perspective, because the moon from underneath is giving that energies to ascend, and it says like, wait until I get there, I'll show it to you. Right now just stay put, stay in that energy, getting it yourself a much better, and I can give you this guidance that you need, but giving me a little time because I'm still rising up. All right, the next hour we have the midheaven with Mars. What are you gonna do without Mars? A lot of questions it's coming in because you're feeling this energies of Leo just boiling through your veins. Just like, oh yeah, I'm ready for it. Oh, I've been too much out. I'm ready to get out of this melancholy. I'm ready to go take some number, kick some butt, and get some stuff done. Are you ready? These are the questions. Because if you are not ready, you will know. Okay? You still have things to coming up and wait with the patiently things to unfold. And as the ascendant, it's right there with Jupiter. The ascendant, it's telling you what? You need to grow within the balance. It's not about you. And that's what a lot of the Leos have unhappy life because they think the world goes around them. No, they need to understand one thing. The world is what you make it within your own self, not being with others. And that's what the need of control it's gonna be coming. We're gonna see in this energies and a lot of shadow as Mars is gonna be coming in a warning on the next hour at 8 o'clock. That is it about these transformations with Pluto. Okay, you want to reinnovate yourself, you have to face your old self and rebuild yourself. And that is it, that Leo energy. That is that positive energies of this courage, this strength, this I would say stubbornness in a way. It's like trying to break in a point. But right now the moon is going to help in this midheaven to be understood because it's the philosophy of what you're telling yourself. Sometimes you have to be able to take the hit, right? But at the same times you have to be able what? To talk positive to yourself. Okay? That inspiration. And we're seeing it, the yacht that it's going to be made it from Uranus and Mercury and Saturn and the North Node in there towards the Ascendant and Lilith. It's kind of like a reminder. Hey, that is it about divine work, but that divine work it's pointing out across the board. Where is that across the board? It's your authority. What are you going to be authorizing within? And this is what this energy is. If you're finding yourself like thinking about what you're going to do, how to do it, and kind of like everything is preoccupied right now, that is it about because you are seeking for what? Solution. But the solution's coming from who? Intuition. All right, 9 o'clock. The ascendant is going within Lilith. You're looking into the shadow. Midheaven, it's moving more within Leo. You become more wise. It's kind of like, okay, I'm open it up. And now you're seeing it to the North Node where you need to go, but you see where you've been. You see, when you build something, doesn't matter what it is, and all of a sudden it doesn't work, what are you looking at? The materials, the situations that you order, the things that happen. If you had in the relationship, did you repeat the same things from the past relationships? And that's what is going to be seen at. A lot of the same patterns I keep repeating. But if you take the patterns in a total different way, you're going to get out of this circle and you're going to start being spiraling. Okay? But when the spiral begins to be growing more and more and more and more, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay? And you're expanding. And that's what you're here for. You're expanding within your soul. You're expanding what? The universe itself. All right. 10 o'clock. We're seeing that these energies of organizing right now that it's contradict with your emotions. It's like, okay, I see this, all these talks and all this things, but I don't like that talk. It wasn't that great. I don't like these things. That it wasn't too much. Okay. And what is it the moon is gonna be saying into that energy? Okay. That intuition is not gonna be comes in and says like good things. It's gonna be like there is no perfection. Get over it. But go ahead and tell there is no perfections into Virgo. Good luck with that. Okay. So work on yourself. You are not perfect. So accept that you are not perfect, but that is going to be able to help you to understand that at the current moment, presence of time, you are perfect to your own self as it is what it is. And that's going to be making you to relax. All right, 11 o'clock. The past is coming back to life. There was this song, I think was a Black Box, Back to Life, Back to Reality, right? It's back in the 90s. It's just kind of like a ringing inside of myself. It's um to come out. But yeah, what did you do in the past? What did you not did? What did you achieve? What you have not achieved in there? Challenges, right? But that is at the time that you're going to be making plans. Why are you making a plans right now? It's because in a few days the sun is going to be moving to Taurus. I have to perform. In a few days the moon is going to go into Capricorn. I have to work. I have to perform, right? But that organizations, it's coming in from who? From within you. And that energy of the ascendant that we see in it earlier, that organizations finally is going to come out. But you have to organize who first? Your head. What are you thinking? Who's responsible for your head? The sun. Okay. The sun currently at Aries, that's what represents. And if you look at your first house, that's what? You see it all the time first. Your first house of the chart is your head. Your last house, which is Pisces, it's your feet. And everything is between, it's your chart. Okay? That's what you need to see and understand from within your own self. Knowing things. If you got some more questions, you can always contact me. You know how to find me. All right. And that was it, the report for today. We're going to be seeing it some energies for tomorrow morning. I just give you a heads up because we are going to see the moon. It's going to be going more into Sag, that is going to be opposing what? Jupiter. This is going to be the things about taking things personally, taking the things in there that it's not going to be blissful. We are seeing this squaring that it's coming with Mars and Lilith and Pluto in the Sun. It's got a lot of intensity there. So things is going to be intensified. But if you learned the things from today, tomorrow, it's going to be a much better for you because I hope you're going to be what? That's the test. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you for watching. Come back tomorrow for another astrogravitational report for you guys. Be love, and I'll see you tomorrow.